The world today is on the pursuit to crack the longevity code. Millionaire Brian Johnson has injected youthful plasma from his blood boy, which we know is his son. But world over, people are doing many other things which are actually not half this sinister to achieve that longevity, to crack that code. So is food, the right kind of food, the right amount of rest, exercise and not taking stress, the only markers for longevity? Clearly not. A lot more exciting things are getting explored right there. And this week Health 360 is telling you all about that. This is the quest for longevity. I'm Sneha Moldani. Who is not fascinated with the idea of immortality? The world is in the quest to find the key to longevity, depicted well in popular culture. Movies like The Age of Adeline, In Time, The Fountain and much more. According to a study published in The Lancet, global life expectancy for males will be above 75 years, up by 4.9 years in 2050, about in 25 years from now. For females, it's set to shoot up to 80 years, up by 5 years. When it comes to India, the study has projected a healthy life expectancy to be over 65 years for both men and women, but total life expectancy is 75 years for men and 80 years for women. The quest for a longer life might be over as research indicates, but what about the quality of life? Studies say that people will essentially become prone to living with disabilities for a longer period. This is due to a shift of disease burden from battling communicable, maternal, neonatal and nutritional diseases to non-communicable diseases like heart diseases and diabetes, for example.
We are seeing more and more younger people getting afflicted by this disease. The incidence of disease probably is a little higher in the cities as compared to smaller towns and villages. However, still the mainstay in the incidence of heart disease remains the genetic inheritance. If you have a family history of heart blockages and heart attacks, then the next generation is definitely at a higher risk of having heart blockage.
But in spite of the shift in disease burden, the Lancet report warns of COPD, for example, which could manifest in the population in the coming years. So what is COPD? It is in fact a chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, a common lung disease which restricts airflow and causes breathing problems. For those who have COPD, the lungs may get damaged. Now, there's a host of reasons that could cause COPD.
So worldwide, COPD has been associated with smoking of tobacco, and we do know that India is the second largest consumer of tobacco in the world. About 10% of Indians smoke tobacco, and which is strongly associated with the development of COPD. However, I think what's unique in India is that we see a significant proportion of individuals who do not smoke and develop COPD. Now, why does this happen? There are multiple reasons why this happens. There is a lot of exposure to indoor biomass fuels. Cooking on a chula, cooking on a shigdi leads to a close and intimate exposure to a high level of indoor pollutants, which have been attributed to causing COPD, especially in women.
So there's been this increase in incidence of stroke cases in the general population, and there has been some reasons behind it, which is one of the important reasons is lifestyle. So lifestyle involves what we eat, how do we sleep, what is the stress levels in our this thing, and how long do we keep sitting, what is our workout hour. So all of that involves the lifestyle.
Another disease to watch out for in the next few years is Alzheimer's, which is a type of dementia that affects your memory, thinking, behavior and tends to get progressively worse with time. To put it in perspective, the Lancet report suggests that Alzheimer's and chronic kidney diseases, for example, which were at the 7th and 10th leading cause of death in the year 2022, will move up to the 4th and 5th positions. These would be the leading causes of death in 2050.
Since Alzheimer occurs slightly later age, possibly after 65, So that's how the study justifies Alzheimer's being a leading cause of death, not because of any new entry factor, but because of more people with a certain age group.
Most of the disease burden can be attributed to social risk factors, and experts say that getting ahead of these risks could help in the longer run. Imagine a drug that could hold the key to longevity, make you live longer. Well, scientists at Medical Research Council Lab of Medical Science and Imperial College in London have just unveiled a discovery that might add up to 25 years to our lifespans. They developed a miracle drug by deactivating a protein called interleukin-11 or IL-11, designed to target the very processes that make us age. So what exactly is going on here? Scientists first tested this on mice. The protein increased its life expectancy from 120 weeks to 155 weeks, also making the mice look younger. The mice that were given the treatment lived for an average of 155 weeks compared to, like I said, 120 weeks in untreated mice. Researchers have found that the treatment largely reduced deaths from cancer in the animals, as well as reducing the many diseases caused by chronic inflammation and poor metabolism, which are hallmarks of aging. The treated mice had fewer cancers and were free from the usual signs of aging. But experts also saw reduced muscle wasting and improvement in muscle strength. In other words, the old mice receiving anti-IL-11 were actually healthier. In humans, the levels of this protein increases as people age, and past research has linked it to a number of conditions associated with aging, including chronic inflammation, disorders of metabolism, muscle wasting, and frailty. While these findings are only in mice as of now, it obviously raises the tantalizing possibility that these drugs could have a similar effect in elderly humans as well. The study comes as truly groundbreaking in that sense. Early tests on animals have shown real promise, paving the way for human trials very soon. Preliminary data suggests that it is safe for human use. This could mean a whole new era in healthcare, tackling age-related diseases like never before. A lot of people who in fact cross the age of 100, for example, are asked this question about how they manage to achieve such a long lifespan. The usual answers would be, we know, good exercise, good eating, not taking stress. But there are many other things that a lot of people are doing in their daily lives that we don't know about, but are indirectly boosting longevity. My colleague Rhythm Sharma explores in this report.
If we were to ask you what exactly will boost your lifespan, chances are you'd say no alcohol, no smoking, exercise and healthy eating. Yes, you're right, but your information isn't complete. There's much more to this than what we know already. Gratitude is where it's at. Being thankful can seriously improve your mood and lower stress. Start a gratitude journal or simply say thanks more often. It's good for you. Mediterranean diet for the win. Load up on veggies, fruits, whole grains and olive oil. It's not just tasty, it can slash your risk of chronic diseases. Bring on the hummus. Chill out and de-stress. Meditating, doing yoga can work wonders. Balance work and personal life. Take breaks and find your Zen zone. Never stop learning. Keep that brain fit with new hobbies, books or courses. It's like a workout for your mind and may even ward off diseases like dementia. Nature time is healing time. Get outdoors. A stroll in the park or gardening session can lower stress, lift your spirits and keep you healthy. Watch that waistline. Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial. Eat balanced meals, stay active and keep an eye on those numbers. Your heart will thank you. And last but not the least, Find your purpose. Whether it's volunteering, chasing dreams or setting goals, having a sense of meaning in life can boost your happiness and health. So talk to a friend, take a gratitude moment and maybe plan a nature walk. Stay healthy, stay happy and keep rocking that longevity. Bureau Report, India Today.
Why am I falling sick so often? I don't even drink alcohol or smoke. I'm also eating okay. Is that the question you've often asked yourself? Let us tell you that there are a lot of silent things that we keep on doing day after day that is taking away from the quality of our longevity, from the quality of our lives. Things that you wouldn't have even thought of. My colleague Chetna is telling you about those unusual things you are perhaps doing that is in fact cutting down your longevity. Here's more.
Are you also one of those who looks into their phone the moment they wake up, just like I'm doing right now? Do you also prefer a cup of coffee first thing in the morning, even before having a glass of water? Well, let me tell you, these daily habits are actually ruining your health.
A cup of coffee first thing in the morning, empty stomach, can cost you. Since coffee happens to be a diuretic, which essentially means it causes your body to pass more urine. Your body is already dehydrated, since your last intake of water would have been about 7 to 8 hours prior.
These processed cereals are a favorite with the kids. But no matter how they're promoted, they are what they are. Ultra-processed packaged consumables. I won't even call them food.
Experts recommend having proteins and fats for breakfast, like those including eggs, oatmeals, berries and nuts. So what should you be doing instead? Good to start writing a gratitude journal, take a walk, even consider not using your phone 2 hours before you go to bed. A digital detox, so to speak. Another surprising habit that could be taken away from the quality of life is mouth breathing. It's literally that, causing tooth decay and infections. Moreover, mouth breathing can cause the tongue to roll back while sleeping, and this could block airways, causing snoring and sleep apnea, both of which interrupt healthy sleeping. Be mindful of these ostensibly harmless habits that after all are not harmless. With Chetna Vasudevan, Bureau Report, India Today.
It's time for a quick commercial break here on the show. Much more news around longevity on the other side.